the weather this time of year in the South? Perfect. Fall football weather. And we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Beckham complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, that's earned it by their play, the psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Taken down.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
#1.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Locked to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 35.
That's good.
33 yards that time. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached. Being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play alive, and not automatically run with the football. How about that lesson absorbed, and it turned into a big play.
They go play fake. Mahomes flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Going to give this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now this time he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. We're scoreless after 1. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
The 47-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. First down.
On first down, Locke. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass. Yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
12. And the Broncos first down.
Give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So the penalty really winds up hurting him there.
Yeah, it winds up pushing him back. Sure enough, the field goal comes up short.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now a first down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Falcons! A big play. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Broncos nothing. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. This will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a handoff looking right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Won the ball carry.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down. This one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
Locke off a play action. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play's going and being able to make a play on the football.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
A final shot before half for Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big. But sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes to the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes firing complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And again, it's Mahomes.
19-yard line.
And quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now it's Mahomes again. And it's caught. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up first and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Lock. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Tony Pollard.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Grady
Jarrett with the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
20-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Number 7.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Porter. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And again this time to the tailback. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
At the 12-yard
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page. quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Down at the 28-yard line.
We got a plane to catch.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the...